Welcome to Old Folks Racing PlayStation. Welcome to the season finale, round 10. We are with the BMW Group A, the TTM 1990s car. What a beautiful car it is. And for this season finale, we'll be racing this beauty in the amazing circuit of Zolder in Belgium. We haven't been here in a while. It should provide good racing. This is a very powerful and tricky to control car, but we also have very talented drivers, and Dale Taylor has achieved pole position, followed by Darren Head, Rob Oldham, Kev Allen, George Jesus, Peter Adrian, good qualifying in 6, Scott Davley, Simon Allen, Jumbo, John Scott, David Emke and Gonçalo Mota. We've got 12 drivers for this round 10 race 1, and away they go. As Darren Head has a good start, so does Dale Taylor, and it's going to be busy with too many BMWs into turn 1, and there's already contact and someone is in the gravel, and and spinning and someone is upside down. We've got the car upside down. I believe it is Dale Taylor, the pole position man, is upside down. And are we going to have a replay of this? Yes, we are, and that is from Rob Oldham. He's in third place. A good start from Rob. That's going to be 3 wide into the first corner. Darren is on the inside, Rob is in the middle, Dale is on the outside, and look at that. That's a menage a trois there, and ends up, it was Rob Oldham who was on his roof, not Dale Taylor. Dale Taylor was delayed, however, look at this, Rob Oldham fortunately ends up in the right direction. This is on board from Kev Allen, and this was almost 4 wide into turn 1, and clearly this was going to be always difficult. Look at this, Darren Head, nicely done there, avoids the action, and really he goes into the lead of the race, followed by Kev Allen. Jumbo starting from 7th. Let's look at this incident from his perspective. He's on the outside line and everything is about to happen in front of him. Look at these 3 drivers there, 3 into 1, 1, 2. That was Kev Allen, Rob Oldham and Dale Taylor. Dale is spinning, Rob Oldham is on his roof, and Jumbo ends up losing quite a bit of time. Look at this, Simon Allen, he is with his bonnet open. Fortunately it will close soon, and no damage in all Volkswagen Racing PlayStation. David Emke also was behind Jumbo on the outside, and look at that, he is going to avoid hopefully the action, and I couldn't figure out exactly who hit Rob Oldham. Look at this, another car on the left there on the grass. It was, I believe, a recovering Dale Taylor, and look at this, Simon Allen is putting debris in. In fact, Simon Allen span on his own in turn 2. Maybe his visibility wasn't good enough as he was trying to maneuver that car. Oh, what a mess! What a mess! Whoa! This continues to be wow, a complicated. So far, look at this is a replay of Simon Allen spinning. He hit Scott Davley. I don't think the American driver was to blame there, but nevertheless, one more incident. Look at this, Scott Davley up into 4th, Kev Allen into 2nd, as we see the beautiful paddock of the Belgium Zolder circuit now back into the race. And look at this, into the chicane for the first time, and Kev Allen is actually very close. Look at this, on 2 wheels there ahead with that BMW. The curb there is quite high. You might also get a penalty if you cut the track, and if you go over track limits. David Emke, we continue to follow various drivers at the same time. He's in 8th place. Look at that, that's Gonçalo Mota on the outside, and this is a bit ambitious, and it ended up with Gonçalo running off the track, and good defense there by David Emke. He did give room, but also kept the racing line. So David Emke in 8th place, 9th is Gonçalo Mota drifting there through that very fast section. Look at that, is off the track again, and he is rally crossing his way back into the racing line. Dale Taylor manages to go up 1 position, up into 9th spot. Simon Allen is in 11th, and Rob Oldham, who of course was upside down momentarily, has dropped down to last. We are almost at the end of the first lap. Darren Head is going to be the leader of the first lap, followed by Kev Allen. George Jesus, we haven't heard too much about him, and that's good news because he hasn't been involved really in this instance. He is in 3rd place. John Scott up into 4th, nicely done. 5th is Scott Davley. All drivers that have maneuvered quite intelligently the mayhem of the first corner. They've been rewarded with pretty good track position right now. 6th is Jumbo, 7th is Peter Adrian, 8 is David Emge, followed by the drivers that have been delayed, and Del Taylor, as we speak, goes up into 8th spot. This is Jumbo. In your screen, he's in 6th place. Behind him is Peter Adrian, and ahead of him is a fast-starting Scott Lively. These drivers are about to go into a gigantic battle, I believe, as Peter Adrian breaks a little bit late there for the chicane, and this is 6th and 7th, and Del Taylor, the pole position man, is recovering and is getting to the back of this group very, very soon indeed. Peter Adrian lost a bit of touch there with Jumbo, but through the second chicane he is in pursuit of those drivers. Jumbo very much in a position to attack Scott Davely, and Scott has been losing a little bit of time to John Scott. A couple of seconds already separated two drivers, as Del Taylor, as you can see, is already found Peter Adrian, and he's coming with a lot of momentum, and I wonder how much time is Del Taylor going to be in 8th place. Certainly he seems to have the pace in qualifying and also in the first few laps of this race, but of course he was not upside down, but he did spin into the gravel trap in that incident with Rob Oldham and Kev Allen as well. Now he's trying to attack Peter Adrian. This is going to be fascinating to see as they go into lap 3 out of 12, so still quite a long way to go. A bit of drifting there from Peter into turn 1. Very tricky corner to calibrate and get right, as Kev Allen has really not lost touch with the race leader Darren. Darren now makes a mistake, but so does Kev, and almost went into that gravel trap, as Del Taylor really is starting to more actively find a way to go around Peter Adrian. Now this chicane is an overtaking point, but one where 90% of the time the moves do not work, and Del Taylor knows that and gets out of it. Peter Adrian actually seems to me has cut the chicane there, so the race director is going to be very interested in that, and maybe there's a penalty coming, which of course we won't see. But Del Taylor is now nudging a little bit Peter Adrian. He's faster through the chicane. He's saying, "Let me through. I am faster than you, mate." And now it's a big opportunity, because there's going to be a heavy braking point at the end of this fast section, and Del Taylor is coming behind, and I think he's going to go for it. Yes, no, he's not going to go for it, as he continues to drive that black and white BMW. And Scott Davely Scott Davely and Peter Adrian. This one of the cars is launched in the air, and I wonder what happened to Scott. He just continues turning, and now he's back into the racing line and nowhere to go. He's absolutely flying, and I mean that literally, as we see this from Dale's perspective, and Peter was trying to get out of it, and Scott just comes in. Absolute disaster, as Peter Adrian absolutely nowhere to go, and he was in a very good position there in 7th spot, and all of a sudden he, without any fault of his own, presses the reset button. Scott Davely is still facing the wrong direction. Look at that. Simon Allen has gone through. Del Taylor has gone up into 6th place, of course, because he's gained 2 positions, and Rob Oldham is up into 9th. He's now behind Peter Adrian after that incident with Scott Davely. Scott is down into, well, he's not last, because Gonçalo Mota has lost a substantial amount of time. As you can see here, he may have retired. We will keep an eye on this. He does not seem to have retired, no, because the gap has reduced there at one point, but he's already a minute behind, so maybe Gonçalo has got a drive-through penalty. We couldn't quite see what happened, but he certainly seems to be out of contention for this race. Unless someone retires, he's going to finish dead last. Scott Davely, of course, with that incident and being launched in the air, is in 11th, and David Emige is up into 9th. Actually, Rob Oldham has lost a place. Darren Head continues to lead. Of course, he's the champion of the Spring 2022 season. He does not really need any more victories, but of course he's still chasing them. Kev Allen, his best performance in a while, and he's being a true contender for potentially his first win of the season. Would you believe it? No one else but Darren Head, Jorge Jesus and Diogo Silva have won races. Diogo Silva with a power cut is out of this race before it even started, but Cavallen has an opportunity to at least get a win. Look, the Del Taylor was twisting there through the corner after hitting the curb on the exit. He's really trying to recover as much ground as possible, as we are already on lap 5, and he's now chasing Jumbo in 4th place. Let's look for more action and position changes. We can see any. David Emge overtook Rob Oldham, and this is Rob trying to come back at him now on lap 5. And a beautiful car, this BMW Group A, of course, from the golden days of the DTM. And look at that, David Emge a bit wide there, not the ideal racing line through the first corner, and Rob is coming at him quite actively, and Rob is probably going to recover this position in the next few corners, would be my prediction. Now this is a tricky overtaking point here, because the driver in front can just shut the door, which is exactly what David Emge is doing, and now he's going defensive, because we do have an opportunity here at the chicane. However, it is often where things go wrong, because it's not really, well, side-by-side racing. Oh, look at that, David Emge, he clearly cut the chicane there. I wonder what the race director is going to think about that. And again, we are not seeing penalties in these Project Cars 2 replays. This was Rob Oldham trying something sneaky there into the second chicane. Didn't quite work, but he's got a better exit now through this fast section, and surely he's going to be a candidate for a dive here on the inside. David Emge going defensive, and good defending there, but oh, look at that, and a bit of a nudge there by Rob, who is through, but that was a bit of a bumper run. I don't think that Rob meant to do that, but he just was coming late braking, and ended up not exactly being in a different line to David. In any case, he's up into, oh, look at this, Simon Allen has a problem. Simon Allen is slowing down. He's had a problem at the exit of the last corner. He's lost the position to Rob Oldham, and he's going to lose another one to David Emge. If David completes the pass, Simon shuts the door, but Simon Allen also having troubles at the corner exit. He's sliding almost at the exit of every corner. He's in 9th spot and not really moving forward after that spin in turn 2 on the opening lap. And here is a few moments ago Dale Taylor. He was in 6th place trying to chase 5th, and is he going to manage to overtake Jumbo? The answer is yes, because Jumbo made a small error there at the exit of the second chicane, and here comes pole position man, who of course was delayed by an incident in the first corner, is up into 5th spot. Next man on the road is John Scott. John has been doing a great job. Oh, look at this, they're twisting again at the exit of that slow hairpin. Maintains the position. He can see John Scott in the horizon. John is doing a great job. A good start, avoided the incident, and he is absolutely flying in terms of lap time. His lap times are comparable to the leaders. He's only a couple of tenths of a second slower. He is 9.8 seconds from the leader, who continues to be Darren Head, now opening a gap of 1.3 seconds over Cavallen. Oh, and Dale Taylor is slowing down. Probably a penalty was coming, and he had to let Jumbo through, and now he has to do it all over again, as he may have overtaken. Well, he did not overtake off the track. I'm not entirely sure why he slowed down so massively, but now he's coming back at Jumbo, and Jumbo has lost time, and at the exit of that corner, now they are side by side now for the chicane. But this is how you get an overtake done here. You absolutely need to be, oh, and someone is out, was off the track there, and I wonder who that was. I don't think it was in the top 5, so this was a lapped car because Gonçalo Mota is already a lap down, so maybe it was Gonçalo still struggling a little bit with this BMW. Now Rob Oldham, what is this? Rob Oldham is in 8th place, and Simon Allen is coming after him, and coming after him, also cutting the chicane. Now Rob has made a mistake at the exit there, and these guys are at the limit of this car. Simon Allen cutting the chicane, Rob Oldham into the grass at the exit. Now Simon Allen is going to go for the move here. Potentially no is the answer. He prefers to wait for the exit, and someone is that's Gonçalo Mota off the track as well, and he was off the track a few corners ago. I wonder if he has the right setup for this car, because one of the setups is absolutely undrivable, and I suspect Gonçalo may be on it, just judging by the number of situations where he has been off the road. Now this is 9, 10 and 11. 9 is Simon Allen, as we saw. He's chasing 8th place man Rob Oldham, but this is allowing David Emgate in 10th place, and also a recovering Scott Davely, who started the race really well, but now has been delayed to 11th. We've got a nice little group here battling for 8th place. These are old drivers. Most of the drivers have been delayed by incidents, but nevertheless we should expect quite a good battle in the 5 remaining laps of this race. And Simon Allen is really going after Rob Oldham, and now Scott Davely is really going after David as well, as Simon Allen is on the outside on the chicane. Didn't quite work. And Rob Oldham is off. Rob Oldham is off. Simon Allen loses time, and there was contact between the two. We're going to see the action replay because I don't know who hit who. They're side by side here now. Oh, and it was Rob who was on 2 wheels and was delayed, had a slow exit, and then Simon Allen nowhere to go, just hit him, and off went Rob Oldham. Look at this, Simon Allen, and collision between Simon Allen and David Emge. Simon Allen cuts the chicane again. Surely this is going to be a case where he's going to let David through. Yes, he will. And here comes Scott Davely. Simon really sneakily trying to immediately have a go back at David, and now he's going to go for the inside. Yes, he's going to go for the inside, and I think he's got the job done there. And David is always being overtaken left, right and center. Now he's coming back actually at oh, look at that absolutely beautiful exit from the hairpin, and he recovers 8th place. Nicely done. Nice battle between these 3 drivers. That's classic touring car from the 1990s. Simon Allen is really trying to get back at David Emge now, but not really able to, and Scott Davely is trying to watch for an opportunity to go up into 8th place potentially. He's currently in 10th. Oh, look at that. Oh, David has made a mistake. He's made a big mistake. He's in the gravel. He's in the gravel, recovers, but Simon Allen is gone, and so is Scott Davely. Now Scott on the outside into turn 2 and manages to get the job done. Simon Allen up into 8. Who is 7? 7 is Peter Adrian. 6 is Jambo. 5th Del Teo. That hasn't changed. Nothing has changed at the front. 4th is John Scott. 3rd, George Zouge. 2nd is Kev Allen, and Kev is 3.6 seconds behind race leader Darren Head. But the action continues here in the midfield with Simon Allen still not being able to check out from, in this case, Scott Davely. Another lap is in the books. Lap 9 is going to start now for race leader Darren Head. And 3 to go. 4 to go at this point. 9, 10, 11 and 12. And Darren Head seems to be in control again, which has been the story of this season. He's always been in control at the front, letting others do the chasing. Kev Allen is trying to chase still this victory. Oh, look at that. This is again this nice little group as David Emke has recovered ground and is now behind Scott Davely, and battle for, well, the best American driver on the field, and also 9th place overall. Simon Allen is he really wants to check out from this battle, but he just can't. Now he's made a mistake. He's made a mistake in the last corner, in the last chicane, and was overtaken by both American drivers. Disaster for Simon Allen. And he's trying to again have a go at David in turn 1, but it won't quite work at this point. Oh dear, Simon Allen has made a mistake in the last corner. Now he's made a mistake into the first corner. He's going to spin. Is he going to avoid the spin? Yes, he's zigzagging across the track. He didn't really spin. Now he's off again, and now he does spin. He was leaving the best for the end, and ends up spinning and is dropped down to 11th. Of course, Gonçalo Mota is in the 12th place. Look at that, drivers into wheel 6th and 7th. That's Dale Taylor and Peter Adrian. Gap at the front is 3.7 seconds. Is stable at this point. 3 laps to go at the end of this one, so the leader must be already starting lap 10. Peter Adrian is trying to chase pole position man Dale Taylor, and Dale has recovered quite nicely until 6th place, but now he is 4 seconds behind Jumbo, and this is the nice little group again. This time it's Rob Holden that has joined the party, so to speak, and he's after David Emge's 9th place. Now it's no longer Simon Allen. Simon has dropped to 11th, and oh, look at that, and Rob again outbraking himself, and a bit of a bump and run again. These two have done this before in this race. Now Rob is completely off the track. Surely that's going to be a potential penalty. He did not gain any position, but will have to calm down a little bit more before he has a go. Oh, look at this now, contact again, and he does lose time at the last chicane. He does have to drive a bit smarter than this. He probably has more pace than David Emge, but he just needs to find a way to make a clean pass without any contact, and he will have to find that probably in a braking point, maybe in the approach to the chicane or in the approach to the tightest hairpin, or maybe now he's got a good exit out of 2, and potentially he's going to go. Oh, look at this, David just shuts the door on him and prevents an attack here in this corner, which is possible as an overtaking point if drivers are side by side. Now Rob is on the back foot again on the run down to the chicane. It seems to me that he's too far behind, and this battle for ultimately 8th place has been going on since the beginning of the race. Into the chicane for the 10th time. The leader is almost on the penultimate lap, on lap 11. But these guys continue to battle ferociously. Now, second chicane, David Emge made a mistake, but again, Rob was quick, but not quick at the right point. He wasn't really going to overtake David through the chicane. Almost seemed that he was thinking that David was a ghost and he could go through him. Now he could have waited until here and made a more substantial attack. Oh, but now he's got the chance because David has hit the curb in the exit, and this is potentially an opportunity. In the last chicane it is possible to attack here, although it seems to me that he's too far behind in this particular time. Oh, look at that, everyone just outbraking themselves almost, and again now David has had a poor exit from the last corner. Here comes Rob Holden into turn 1, potentially in turn 2 is a more realistic opportunity. Big battle there for 9th place, and this is allowing Scott Davey in the 8th place to and David again runs wide, and this time runs really wide into the gravel and loses the position, is down into 10th spot. He should be able to defend from Simon Allen. Simon is 17 seconds behind 10th place. Dale Taylor has recovered to 6th place. In fact, I think he may have passed Jumbo a while ago. I can't quite remember. I think he was 5th at one point. Something must have happened. And the leader is finishing lap 11. The leader is about to start the last lap of this race. This is race 19 of the spring 2022 season. Oh, look at this. Dale Taylor and he's going to hit the wall really hard there. I don't think he's going to lose position because, well, I don't know, because Peter Adrian is really behind him, and he's already probably seeing Peter in the mirrors. We can't quite see that in the chase camera. Now we can see that, and that's the BMW M3 of Peter Adrian in 7th place, and he wants definitely 6th place. 5th place man is Jumbo, 4th place is John Scott. George Jesus, we haven't really seen any footage of him, but he is in a podium position. And of course the two leaders, Darren Head and Kev Allen. Kev now more than 5 seconds behind. Darren Head is going to win again, 14th victory of the season. This is going to be absolute domination of the Spring 2022 season. He's won in every type of car almost in this season, at least the ones we have chosen for the 10 rounds of the Spring 2022 season. Now a few more corners to go. He is heading to another victory. Kev Allen heading for a very good 2nd place indeed. A few more corners to go, this really fast section, and then it's going to be the heavy braking point here. He has nothing to fear because no one is even close. Darren had a few more corners to go. Oh, look at that, almost losing it, but a controlled slide at the exit of the hairpin. A few more corners to go, and he's going to enter the final chicane of this Zolder circuit, and Darren Head in that number 2 BMW is going to win in Zolder race 19, round 10, race 1. Darren Head wins, followed by Kev Allen. Nice result for Kev. 3rd place man is going to be Jorge Jesus, and 4th place is going to be, no, that's not John Scott, that's probably Gonçalo Mota, a lap down, I believe. 4th place man, that number 34, is John Scott. 5th is going to be Jumbo. 6th is going to be, and Dale Taylor. Dale Taylor has lost one more position, so after a good recovery he has disappointed in the second half of the race. He dropped from 5th to 7th. Peter Adrian takes 6th, a good place, good result as well. Dale Taylor only 7th. 8th is going to be Scott Davely, and look at this, Rob Oldham is trying to race him to the line, but it's the American Scott Davely that's going to finish in 8th place, with 9th place going to Rob Oldham. Now David Emge is trying to defend from Simon Allen. This is the battle for the top 10, and I believe David is going to win this battle because Simon Allen is off. Simon Allen is off in the last corner, and off he goes, and is definitely going to finish in 11th spot. He's going to be the last driver on the lead lap. He's going to be looking for better things in race 2. Confirmation of the result there. Darren Head, Kev Allen and Jorge Jesus are your podium for race 1. We shall see you very soon in race 2. Until then, it's goodbye.